Hello again. I'm back with my trusty Shoe Shine Caddy, which I showed you in one of my other videos, but today I'm actually going to use it on something. And if you saw my other video, you already know what's in here. All kinds of good shoe shine tools and polishes and brushes. I have lots of little brushes. And today I'm going to use these to polish a pair of boots that I have, and they're not mine. It's actually a pair of boots that I bought to sell on eBay. So we're going to put this to good use today. And I have to figure out first which brush I want to use. I have this one, which is a good size. It's a nice little brush. It's got a wooden handle. It's quite lovely. And we have to move some things out of the way. I'll set these things to the side. We're going to use this big container of shoe polish. It's a big pair of boots, so I think it deserves a big container of black shoe polish. This one's perfect. So we'll put that to the side for now, but we'll know where it is and we can come back to it. What I also need is a brush for my polish. I think we'll use this one. It looks like it's been used for black before. See how it stains the sides all around here? And the brush, the bristles are very black now. It's been used before with the black polish. And what we're going to do is swirl the brush around inside the polish, and we're going to work it into the boot. And it's going to have to do a really good job because these boots are pretty scuffed up. So we're going to leave this out. I'll put this back. And we're going to set this to the side so we'll have some room to work. Now what I did before I started, I went and got an old towel. And I keep several old towels that I don't use in the bathroom anymore. And these towels are just multi-purpose towels. I call them junk towels. You know, they've been used for a multitude of purposes. But if you're going to be using shoe polish that's black, you don't want to get it in your carpet because it will stain. So I wanted to protect the carpet. So I put down the towel before I did anything else. So what we're going to work with is our brush, our little applicator, and our polish. 1, 2, 3. 3 things. And now I'm going to show you the boots. These are some big old boots, and they need some work. Here's the first one. Now, these are leather Harley-Davidson boots. They're pretty nice, but when you see the front, you'll see why we're going to work on them. They don't look too bad. On the sides and the back, they look pretty good, but, oh dear, when you look at the front, look at this. It's all messed up. See how the leather has been worn away? I can't fix that, but I can make it look a little better. So we're going to work on that. Here's the right boot. Here. And here's the left boot. It's got a little thing here, but actually I think that's some sort of dirt. And on this one we have some scuffs back here. But that's okay. We can fix it. See, they have the little metal Harley-Davidson thing here. This is on the outside of the left boot. It's a nice metal piece. And this one also has really bad stuff on it. This part actually is not too bad. I think I can make that look a lot better. But as you can see, they have definitely been worn. But what I'm hoping is And I can fix these up and make them look really good and sell them on eBay. That's one thing I do. It's not my full-time job, but I do that just for a little extra money. It helps pay for all my jewelry and clothes and nail polish and all the other junk that I buy. It's a pair of Harley-Davidson leather boots. Probably can't see it, but they're a men's size 9. And they're in good shape, except for all this stuff. So today, that's what we're going to work on. We're going to see if we can make them look better. So first, we did the first thing already. We put down something underneath to protect the floor. Or sometimes I'll do this outside, you know, in a place where if I get a little smudge of polish, it's not going to be the end of the world. So you take your little container of shoe polish and you have this little piece here. You hold it and turn it, and it pops the lid open like that. Here's the polish. I'm going to set the lid aside. It's very dark. Take your brush, the bristles. You put it in there and you sort of rub it around. You don't have to get a lot on there, but get some like that. And you set your polish aside. Now, I'll take this boot, I'll hold it up, and we're going to start working in circles. Now, I don't know how good of a job this is going to do. And again, it won't make it look perfect, but maybe it can darken it up a little. And it is, as you can see. It makes it look a little bit better. Now, it's not going to be shiny because this is pretty serious scuffing right here. This dude apparently tried to stop his motorbike using his feet. He needs to remember he's not Fred Flintstone. You can't stop things that way. So, whoever had these boots before did not take good care of them. See what I'm doing? Just brush and swirling the brush around. You kind of work it into the leather like that. You see it's already darker. That's good. But we're not just going to do this part. We're going to do some more. But I wanted to start with the worst areas first. Concentrate on that. Okay, well, that's looking good. So, it's time to get some more polish, because that right there used up a lot. Rub a little more in there like that. And you can feel it. You can feel the bristles, sort of sticking in there a little bit. Let me get some more on here. I don't want to touch it, but you can see there's some on there. You see? And this is from past uses. Some polish kind of got sort of stained it, which is fun. Okay, now back to the boots. They're kind of heavy. Hold it up. You see, the areas that I buff don't look so shiny now. You have to be careful around this metal. And I can't remove it, but it looks like I can lift it up a little. Kind of get up under it like that. And go around and around. You just make little circles. Just like the Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off. If you've ever seen that movie. If not, you should. It's pretty awesome. Wax on, wax off. Okay. Around to the side now. You will know that you need to get more polish when you don't really make as much of an impact. You're going around and around and really nothing's happening. That means you need more polish. So it's time for more. And one of the reasons that I put this towel down is because when you do this, sometimes tiny little bits of polish sort of flick off the brush, and they land down here. They'll get on the surface right down here. And if I didn't have something above the carpet, it would end up in the carpet, and that I don't want that. So that's the reason for the towel. And you can tell a difference in the sound when I do the scuffed part as compared to the rest. Listen to this part. It makes this sound. But when you do the scuffed part, it sounds like this. Very different. This makes almost no sound. So we just keep going and going. Now it's not shiny, but that's okay. A little more. It doesn't have to be shiny right now. We're not worried about that. You just kind of work it into the crevices and the little creases and the little areas like that. And these boots, I don't believe if they ever were polished, they haven't been polished in a very long time. So they're going to take more than normal. If these were mine, I would have taken much better care of them. None of my boots look this way. See, it's not as shiny now. Okay, this is the tricky part. Sometimes you can remove things like this, but in this case we can't. So you just kind of have to work around it as best you can. And you just do the best you can. And I will make more money off these boots if they look nice. Because with those big old scuffs on them, a lot of people wouldn't want them. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't want them either. And if you can see, I don't know if you can, right up here at the top, it has Harley down the side. I don't think I've ever had to use this much polish on one boot. Don't worry, it's going to look good when we're done. I promise. Now, you don't have to put it down here on the heel, on this part, just the leather. Going to go up the sides on the back. Okay, that looks better. All right, now this step isn't really necessary, but what I do after I finish applying the polish to one, I set the brush aside, and now this boot, I will just set it aside and I will apply polish to the second boot while this one kind of sits for a little bit. And I kind of let the polish soak in, which I don't know if it really does any good or not, but I like to let it just kind of marinate for a little bit. So I'm going to say I'm right there. Now we'll come to this poor guy right here. Already you can tell the difference in these two. Look at this one and look at this one. It already looks better, doesn't it? Okay. It's amazing what this stuff can do. So get some more. And I'll come to the toe of this boot. And we just start going in circles. Round and around. Get that little spot right there. And we just go around and around and around. And it soaks it up like a sponge. It loves it. Look at that. Look how much better that looks now. Oh, that's lovely. It already looks better. I'll get some more. Okay. We'll come to the side. And you just go around and around. And if you do get some on the metal, that's okay. You can come back later and wipe it off with a wet cloth. And down here, you see how this kind of looks dusty? You can clean that out with a toothbrush or a wet paper towel. You can just scrub it in there and that will look a lot better. But we won't use polish on that area. Sorry. Okay. All right. A little more. And we'll come over here and get this part. And where it folds, right here, it folds down. I'm going to hold that out so we can get in there. There's a bad spot right here. And brushing in circles like that really helps to work it into the leather better, like this, instead of just scrubbing back and forth. And doing like this in here helps work it into the bristles better than just doing back and forth motion. I'm going to hold it straight like this, kind of bend it a little, flatten this area, and we'll do it some more. I love the smell of shoe polish. It brings back memories. If you saw my other video, you probably heard me mention that one of my jobs as a kid was to polish my dad's boots. He was in the Navy Reserves for years and years. And one of my jobs before he went away for a Navy Reserve weekend was to polish his boots. And he had black boots. They were about this high, about the same height. Obviously, they weren't Harley Davidson motorcycle boots, but they were black leather boots, and I would do this with them and make them look really good. I tried to do the best job I could so my dad would be proud. You tell me I did a good job. I've got a stubborn little white spot right here. I'm not really sure why. Ooh, that helps. That got it. Well, no. I didn't get it either. I don't know what's up with that. And I'll tell you a little cheat that you can use. You probably shouldn't, but it works. If you have a spot like this, there's a little bright spot, and the polish isn't really doing anything. I'm not really sure why, but you can take a black Sharpie marker and just dot it in that little area, and usually that's enough to darken it up to where it doesn't show. Of course, when I take my pictures for eBay, I will show them close-up shots, especially of the fronts, the toes, so that they will see that, they were scuffed. They're not perfect, and any other imperfections that I can find, couldn't get this off, I would take a picture of this. And any other little flaws that the boots might have, I would get close-up pictures so that potential bidders can see everything. I've been selling things on eBay for 16 years, and I've learned a lot. And I know what people like and what they don't like. And I've been buying things on eBay for 16 years as well. So I know that I don't like to be surprised when I buy something. I get it, and then it's not exactly what I expected. Okay, so I think that's good enough for now. So we're going to close this. And you just push it down on all sides. And it's nice and secure now. And we're done with this thing. We won't need this anymore. We do still need this, and we'll use this in just a minute. But for now, I'm going to put these back in my caddy. Back in my shoe shine caddy. Okay. And now, now for the fun part. Okay. I don't know if I can really get this on video very well, but, and I won't do it the way I normally do. I'm going to try to do it more gently, but usually when it's time to buff the shoe, I will get my hand in it. I stick my hand down in the boot, and I pick it up with my arm, with my hand inside. And that way you can pivot it and turn it quickly as you buff. And you take the brush, and you just lightly go back and forth across the boot, very lightly, like this. And you get down in these little crevices here. Now I'm very curious to see what happens here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Make sure you get into all these creases. It's kind of difficult when they're folded like that. I didn't get too well. And the other side. Now let's take a look. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. I'll tell you, if they fit me, I'd keep them for myself. Now, I paid $7.50 for these shoes, but I'm hoping I can get at least $30 to $40 for them. And now that they look better, hopefully I'll be able to. Now, we've polished this one. We have not buffed out this one. You can see a bit of a difference, especially in the toes. This one's shinier. So I'll move this one. I'll try to hold this one here. I won't stick my hand in it this time. Sorry. I'm not used to doing this in front of a camera. It's quite awkward. Yeah, sorry. Get that toe. Get that stubborn old toe. And I'm going to show you when I'm done. I'm going to show you what I have down here on this towel, and I'll show you why I use it. Because another thing that happens is the little bristles on the brush will sometimes come off, and they get all over. Okay, that's good enough for now. So, here are my eBay boots. And they look better. Obviously not new boots, but I hope that with a little polish, they won't look quite so bad. And the polish will also help protect the leather, and it will protect this part that is now exposed. Basically, these little patches here are now just black suede. They feel like suede, but it will help protect them, and it will keep them from drying out as bad, because leather will dry out if you're not careful. So, these are my little, well, not so little, steel-toed Harley-Davidson boots. Now, I'm going to show you what's on the towel. Let's see if I can pivot the camera down. Let's see if I can get you to see what I have down here. Check out the towel. You see all these little pieces. And these are brush bristles. We have some little dots of polish on here. And that's okay, because what I'll do when I'm done, I will take the towel, I will bundle it up, and I'll go outside and shake it out and try to get as much of this out as I can. And then I will wash this towel, and hopefully we'll get all this out, and I can use the towel again for some other purpose. So now that we've done that, get my shoe caddy. I want to keep everything together so I don't lose anything. I'm going to take my brush and I put it inside, right there. And I fold it up. And then this will go back in the closet until I need it again. It's a handy little thing. And I really appreciate you watching my video. And maybe you can spiffy up some of your shoes and boots sometime. Doesn't take much work, just a little, and it makes them look much better. They don't look brand new, true, but I think they look a lot better this way. And it helps protect your leather as well. So I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.